Hello children, good morning to all. How are you? Hope you all are fine and safe at home. This is your social class and today we are going to start a fresh lesson. We are going to see chapter 3, Landforms of the World, Mountains and Plateaus. So the name of the lesson is Landforms of the World, Mountains and Plateaus. This is your third chapter in your first semester book. So, we will see the first topic. It is mountains. Before going to the first topic, do you all love nature? What are all the things you have seen in nature? Can you remember? Yes, we will love trees, mountains, rivers, lakes, water bodies. Yes, everything is composed of nature. So sky, water, then trees, all greeny, then mountains, lakes, all are nature. So in this lesson we are going to see about mountains. So first topic is mountains. See how mountains, what we can know about mountains we will see here. Formed by constant upward thrust of internal forces. So there are many things inside the earth. So these mountains are formed by the upward force. The things inside the earth will give a force in the upward direction. So because of that force, because of that internal force, mountains are formed. So mountains are formed because of the internal force. That force, what type of force that is? It is an upward thrust. The force is not given in the downward direction. It is given in the upward direction. So it is formed by constant upward thrust of internal forces. Then see the next point. Due to erosion caused by external forces like water, ice and wind. Erosion means it is going away. What it is on the earth, it is moving. So due to erosion caused by external forces like water, ice and wind. If there is a flood, there will be soil erosion. Because of that flood, the water will move on to any other place. With the water, the soil will also move to some other place. And at last, all the soil will be settled in one place. That will be formed as, that soil material will be formed as mountains after a long time. So because of that settlement, mountains are formed. So because of water, there will be soil erosion, and because of because of ice also, the soil will be get eroded. If the soil from one place will move to another place, and there will be a collection of soil. Then wind. If there is so much of wind, in the wind itself, the dust particles along with soil will move to some other place. So, because of this wind, the mountains may form. So, we have two forms. So, it is formed by constant upward thrust of internal forces. So, in the internal part of the earth, there will be upward forces given. Because of that, mountains are formed. Then, due to the erosion, the forces like water, ice and wind will cause erosion. Due to this erosion, mountains are formed. Then it is so huge. Mountains are very huge. Huge means it is very large. We can't see from anywhere. These are very large, so huge. It serves as natural frontiers between countries. So it is serving as the natural barrier. So it separates, these mountains only separates each and every country. So these mountains are very large and they serve as natural frontiers between countries. Frontiers means it separates the countries. So between two countries there are many mountains. For example, Himalayas is a mountain. It is a natural barrier between India and China, Nepal and Bhutan. So between India and China is one side. Then Nepal and Bhutan is on other side. Between these two places, Himalayas is present. So it is a natural barrier. Mountain is always nature. Because of nature only mountains are coming. So it is a natural barrier between India and China and Nepal and Bhutan. So this is about mountains. It is formed by internal forces which gives upward thrust and due to erosion because of water, ice and wind. Because of these two things only mountains are formed. Mountains are so huge and it serves as a natural frontiers. So it serves as a natural separators between the countries. For example, Himalayas is a mountain. It is serving as a natural barrier between India and China, then Nepal and Bhutan. Then we will move on to the next topic, peak. Peak is nothing but the tip of a mountain. So if there is a full mountain, we will be calling that as mountain. But only the tip of the mountain we will be calling it as peak. So India's highest peak. Which is the highest peak in India? Mount Kanchenjunga. So its height is 8,586 meters and it is present in the border of India and Nepal. So peak is nothing but the tip of the mountain. The highest tip of the mountain in India is Mount Kanchenjunga. Its tip height is 8,586 meters and it is present in the border of India and Nepal. Then the next one, Mount Everest. Mount Everest, its height is 8,850 meters. It is present in Nepal. It is tallest above sea level. So it is present in Nepal and it is in the sea. So above sea level, it is the tallest one. Mount Everest, 8,850 meters. It is present in Nepal and it is when it is measured above the sea. From above the sea, it is the tallest one. Then next one, Mount Mauna Kea. Mount Mauna Kea, it is present in Hawaii. Its height is 10,000 meters. Height is 10,000 meters. Because of its height, it is the highest in the world. It is present inside the Pacific Ocean. Okay, in Hawaii there is Pacific Ocean. This Mount Mauna Kea is present inside the Pacific Ocean. Its base is inside the Pacific Ocean. It starts from inside the Pacific Ocean. When it is measured from the base, its height is 10,000 meters. Here, Mount Everest is measured above the sea level only. So, above the sea level, what we can see from that place we are measuring. So, its height is 8,850 meters. It is the tallest above the sea level. Including the sea level, including the base which is inside the sea level, it is the Mount Mauna Kea is the highest in the world and it is present in Hawaii. This is about peak. Peak means tip of mountain. India's highest peak is Kanchenjunga. Mount Everest is tallest above sea level. Then Mount Mauna Kea is highest in the world. Then fold mountains. So in the mountain, peak is the tip of the mountain and the other type is fold mountains. When massive slabs of solid rock are pushed up, they fold and rise up forming fold mountains. So when massive slabs of solid rocks, big rocks or pushing up because of some force, very big rocks are pushed up. So due to this push up of this rock, they fold and rise up. So they will become like this. So it will be flat. If one part of the rock is pushed up, it will become like this. No, so it will become like a fold. So because of this fold, it is called as fold mountains. So for example, Himalayan ranges in India. So Himalayan ranges, there will be many folds in the Himalayan ranges. So it is one of the example of fold mountains. Alps in Europe. So in Europe there is a mountain range called Alps. It is one of the example for fold mountains. Then Rockies in North America, then Andes in South America. These are all the examples of fold mountains. So because of the push up of these massive rocks, they will be fold or formed. So since these folds are formed, these mountains are known as fold mountains. For example, Himalayan ranges in India, Alps in Europe, Rockies in North America and Andes in South America. We will see about the block mountains. In fold mountains, there will be many folds. Because of those folds, they are known as fold mountains. So it is block mountains. We will see about this now. Created when rocks are broken, creating folds in them. So these block mountains are created when the massive rocks are broken. If there is a big rock, it is broken by creating a crack faults. Faults is known as crack. So if those rocks are broken by creating the crack, then those mountains are known as block mountains. Because of those broken rocks only, these mountains are formed. When land between two faults rises above the adjoining area or slips down, it results in a block mountain. So, land between two faults. So, there is a break between two stones. So, that land, when that land rises or goes down, that results in block mountain. So, the land between the two rocks will rise or goes down. Because of that movement, block mountains are formed. So, when this land is raised above, so if it is uplifted block, these are known as host. So, when the land rises above, it is uplifted blocks. Those uplifted blocks are known as host. When the land goes down, goes inside the earth, they are lowered blocks. Those lowered blocks are known as graben. So, these block mountains are created because of the broken rocks. So, it creates a faults in them. When land between those two rocks goes down or rises up, that will result in block mountains. So, those uplifted blocks are known as host, and then the lowered blocks are known as graben. So, the examples of these block mountains are Vosges in France, Landforms in Germany, Sierra Nevada in North America. So, the block mountains are in France, Germany and North America. In France, its name is Vosges. In Germany, its name is Black Forest. And in North America, its name is Sierra Nevada. These are all the examples of block mountains. Now we are going on to volcanic mountains. So due to heat, rocks turn into molten magma or lava. So earth is formed by heat. That will be full of heat. So because of that heat, rocks turn into molten magma or lava. These are all the fire, solid fire. So fire may be in the form of fluid or solid. So in that form, fire will be formed in the form of lava. So it is in the form of fluid. Because of this heat, the lava or molten magma are formed. This lava comes out through an opening or vent. So this fluid will be coming out through an opening. There will be a small opening or its name is vent. So through that opening the lava will come out, will erupt out. It cools down and becomes solid after coming out. When fire is coming out, it will be cold. It will become cold. So it cools down and becomes solid. When this lava is cold, it will become solid. So this solid builds up and forms cone-shaped volcanic mountain. This solid, because of this repeated process, these solids will build up into a mountain, into a cone-shaped mountain. Those mountains are known as volcanic mountains. So, what is these? Due to heat, the rocks will become lava. So, this lava will come out through an opening, and after it is coming out, because of the coldness, it becomes solid. This process will be repeated for the many times. Because of this repeated process, it will be built up into a cone-shaped mountain. So these mountains are known as volcanic mountains. Examples of volcanic mountains are Mount Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa in Hawaii. So that we saw in Hawaii, Mount Mauna Kea. Here also Mount Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa in Hawaii. Then Mount Popa in Myanmar. Then Mount Vesuvius in Italy and Mount Fujiyama in Japan. So these are all some of the volcanic mountains. These things are not in our country, so the names will be in a different form. You have to remember these things. Mount Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa in Hawaii, Mount Popa in Myanmar, Mount Vesuvius in Italy, then Mount Fujiyama in Japan. This is about the volcanic mountains. Then Pacific Ring of Fire. This we have learned in our first lesson itself. Pacific Ring of Fire. It is a region prone to volcanic eruption. So, in this Pacific Ring of Fire, volcanic eruption will be formed always. So, it is the region prone to volcanic eruptions. There will be many volcanic eruptions at many times. So, it is shaped like a horseshoe. I have told in the first class itself, Pacific Ring of Fire means all the mountains will be shaped like a horseshoe, in the shape of horseshoe. So, it covers Indonesia, Japan and Philippines. It covers 3 countries, Indonesia, Japan and Philippines, and it also covers the countries that are near to Pacific Ocean. So what is the Pacific Ring of Fire? This we have learned in the first class itself. So you know this one. It is the region prone to volcanic eruption. It is in the shape of horseshoe. Then it covers the places like Indonesia, Japan and Philippines. So this is about the mountains. Today we have learned about the mountains, fold mountains, then peak, block mountains and volcanic mountains, then at last Pacific Ring of Fire.
Children, now we are going to see the pictures of all the topics. So, can you guess what is this picture? Yes, this picture is mountains. So, mountains are formed by the upward forces and the erosion caused by the external forces. So, they will act as a natural barrier between the countries. For example, Himalayas acts as a barrier between China, Nepal and Bhutan. So this is about mountains. Now next, this is the picture of peak. So already I told peak is nothing but the tip of a mountain, the upper part, that is the tip of mountain. So the highest peak is in India is Mount Kanchenjunga. Then Mount Everest lies entirely in the neighboring country Nepal, and it is the tallest mountain above the sea level. Then Mount Mauna Kea in Hawaii. So it is the highest in the world and its base is under the Pacific Ocean. While measuring from its base, it is the highest peak in the world. Next, this is the picture of fold mountains. So, the solid rocks are pushed up. While they are pushed up, they will rise and it will become like a fold. So, fold mountains are formed. For example, Himalayan ranges, Alps, Rockies, Andes, these are all the fold mountains in our world. Next, this is the picture of block mountains. So, how block mountains are formed? So, when the rocks are broken, there will be cracks. So, on the rocks, the cracks will be created. So, between those two cracks, the land between them can rise or goes down. This forms the block mountains. When the land is raised, that blocks are called horst, and when the land goes down, that ones are called graben. So for example, Vosges in France, Black Forest in Germany and Sierra Nevada in North America. These are all the examples for block mountains. So next, this is the picture of volcanic mountains. So how they are formed? Due to the heat inside the earth, the rocks will turn into lava like fire. It will be turning into lava, and sometimes it will come out through a small opening. After the lava is coming out, it will become solid. When this is happening, many times the layers will be formed. Many layers will be formed, and this forms the cone shaped, which is called the volcanic mountain. For example, Mount Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa, then Mount Popa, then Mount Vesuvius, and then Mount Fujiyama. These are all the examples of volcanic mountains.
Now the home assignment is complete the book exercises neatly. So you will be getting your PDF with this video. You have to see that PDF and complete all the book exercises in your book. If you are not having your book, copy all the book exercises in your note, classwork note, social classwork note. Then your activity is paste the pictures of different mountains in A4 sheet. So you will be getting newspapers at your home or any other magazines. So that will news about the mountains and all. You can get those pictures, or if you are not having anything, you can get some pictures of mountains from the internet, and minimum 3 or 5 is enough. So you have to paste those pictures of mountains in A4 sheet. So you have to do this home assignment and activity and send it to the WhatsApp children. Thank you.